What is going on, guys? I hope you're having a great weekend, but I do have a little bit of breaking news to interrupt that weekend with. If you remember all the way back in January of 2022, that is the year we are currently in, there were many reports swirling around that Motorola was making a new version of their folding OLED version of the Moto Razr, the Razr 3, and that the specs would include quite a big jump from where they were before. In fact, a lot of reports like this one on GSM Arena said that this new Razr will be running the brand new Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Of course, this was a pretty big jump from the mid-range Snapdragon 710 and 765 they had used before. This was a big complaint of people that really liked the form factor, the style, the looks of the Moto Razr, but really would have rather seen it use an 865, a 888, something top of the line. Instead, they went mid-range, and there were reasons to do this, right? It's going to keep the price down a little bit, which it was still relatively expensive. It would also help improve the battery life, but it seemed from these rumors that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 was going to be making an appearance in the Razr 3. This would be basically saying, hey, this is a flagship phone now. This is a top-end device. There were also rumors that 6, 8, or 12 gigs of RAM would be available, as well as 128, 256, or 512 gigs of RAM, a full HD plus AMOLED display at 120 Hz, plus every other bell and whistle you can imagine. This thing looked to be top of the line. Well, the breaking news, the reason I'm making this video today is because the website 91 Mobiles, this was published by Evan Blass. If you don't know who Evan Blass is and you're a fan of smartphones and news about smartphones, you've been living under a rock, because this guy leaks all kinds of stuff and he's always extraordinarily accurate. Well, he has posted this article here, which I would very much encourage you to go take a look at. The link will be in the description so you can see these pictures bigger for yourself and read the entire article. Go give them a click because they did the legwork here. This is what purports to be the Razr 3. Now, this is, of course, just the outside of the device, and you can see a couple of things going on here that are quite different. So in the original Razr, you just had that one camera on the outside. Most recently, this was a 48 megapixel camera. Well, now we have a dual camera array. It's hard to see exactly where the bezels are on that cover display, but again, in the past, that cover display was very, very large. I expect to see it stay pretty doggone big because that's what really separates it from the Flip 3s of the world. But at any rate, potentially very large cover display and a dual camera setup. He is reporting it's a 50 megapixel as well as a wide angle that also doubles as a macro sensor that is 13 megapixels. That is a pretty solid little set of cameras that can now finally fully compete with the Flip devices. He also then did post a photo here of the inside. And in this photo of the interior screen, you can see just how small that forehead is, which looks like your earpiece is still going to live up there. Of course, this is a big change because we kind of had this weird notchy looking thing going on. Well, no more. That is gone. That is, to me, a far better look than we had before. And then the hole punch selfie camera is reported to be a 32 megapixel camera. Now, he is reporting that he expects this thing to launch in China in the second half of this year and then a global rollout after that. It's going to be really interesting to see where they price this thing at, because now they've bumped their specs up to match the Flip, while the Flip has actually gotten cheaper and cheaper over time. So they're actually going up in specs, but might have to go down in price at the same time to be able to compete. Because even though people have complained about the Flip's battery life, and maybe the camera is not super duper great, it's probably one of the better selling folding devices on the planet. It looks good, it performs well, it's Samsung, people know it, people trust it, and the price is right, and the price might be getting even cheaper on the Flip 4. So I am really, really intrigued with the Moto Razr 3. I think I like the look of this thing overall, but it's going to depend on that execution and whether or not they can get that price to come down. Guys, let me know what you think about this. Is this something that might sway you? Is this the thing that maybe they could perfect the clamshell folding phone style? Maybe they can get the battery life to improve even more significantly. No word on the battery size, the capacity as of yet, but who knows? Maybe they can work some kind of magic in there. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I will see you on the next one, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.